Welcome to Right on the Mark with your host, Mark Young. Today, we're going to school. We're going to alcohol summer school. That's right. What better way than to go to school than to go to alcohol school? So we're going to have an education today. We're going to talk about a shot of whiskey, a glass of beer, and a glass of wine, all having the same content. So welcome back to my channel. If you know anything about me and my channel, it's all about education, history, and drinking. So right here, I have everything I need to go ahead and pour it up just so you guys can learn from this experiment, we'll say. You know, you should have learned this back in the day, probably grade school or even high school, that you've learned a shot is the same alcohol as a glass of beer as is a glass of wine. Same content here, folks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pour it, and I'm going to tell you if it's the same alcohol content or not. So right here, I have some Scotch whiskey. Let's go ahead and pour a shot of that. I have my Huntington Beach shot glass right there. I have a Corona beer. So let's go ahead and crack that. So that's an ounce and a half. A 12-ounce beer. I'm going to just pour it in a glass just for a visual effect right here, because beer is living proof that God loves us. The glass says so. Pour that out. And then the last one is 5 ounces of wine. That is an actual glass, what equals the alcohol content. So let's go ahead and open up the wine. Going old school. You know, some people have that fancy battery operated cork opener. I like to go old school. I like to go old school. So we're gonna screw it and pop it.
Twist it. Pull it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Look at that. Pops every time. So now, during this experiment, we want to make sure we pour 5 ounces. Now, at a bar, your bartender, say your bartender's me, I can eyeball 5 ounces. But just for the effect, I got a measuring cup here that we're going to pour 5 ounces. So let's go ahead and pour that wine 5 ounces, just to show you how much is in a glass whenever you order it at a bar. It doesn't look like much, folks. Pour that in there. Now, it may look like a lot. It may not look like a lot. It all depends on the size of the glass that you have. You know, some restaurants have big glasses. Other restaurants have smaller glasses, or I have a K glass. I'm sure we all know what a K glass is and whose glass this is. But anyway, we have all these alcohols poured and they're all the same alcohol content. One important thing you want to remember is when you have whiskey, you want to have it 40% alcohol, which is 80 proof. So that in lies where the shot is. That's where you get the equal alcohol content. Now with the beer, you're going to have 5% alcohol with the beer. So this all aligns. And with the wine, you're going to want to choose a wine that is 12% alcohol. So the shot, beer, and wine all equals the same. Of course, I have to taste it. Lucky me, I get to taste it. So right now, we're going to have some Glenfiddich Scotch whiskey going in. That is, I'll say 45 mLs for you professors out there. Salud. Good Scotch whiskey. Oh yeah. Now you want to come behind that with a beer. So when you're doing this taste test at home, you're going to want to go shot, beer, wine. So now I'm going to test the 12 ounces of beer. Wow. You know, drinking is a team sport, so there is no I in beer. So you definitely might need some help drinking this. Beer going in.
One eternity later.
That is some cold beer right there. Some cold beer. I got some warm nothing cold beer. Woo! That is just a saying at the Redskin Stadium. So, Butsy, if you're out there, you know what I mean. So now this is 5 ounces of wine. 5 ounces of wine doesn't look like much. This glass is kind of small, so it looks like a lot. But if you, like I said, if you get a bigger glass at a restaurant, it's probably going to look a lot smaller than this. So 5 ounces, and you're supposed to sip it too. So I'll just sip this top draw from Napa Valley wine. Hey, it's top of the line.
Hey, that's my wine.
Somebody hear something again? Huh, I don't know. But this is some sipping good wine, let me tell you. Wow. It's pretty strong too. I could taste the alcohol, probably because I'm coming behind it with a shot and a beer. So, one more time. Salud. It's hard to guzzle this. But you probably learned all this, like I said, in school. So we all know the drill. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot. Beef shot, half shot, do shot, Kim shot. Whatever you want to do, have fun with it. I'm testing it out and I'm trying to learn you something, as they say in the old days. Teach you something, learn you something, and I hope you did. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Salud. Wine going in. Napa Valley wine going in. Ooh, that's a big gulp. Whew, that's a big bingo, baby. Now, sometimes you want to throw the glass into the fireplace and shatter it, but not here today. I think they do that anyway. But anyway, this is your education for the week. If you have any questions on the content that I'm doing, how I could explain it better, let me know in the comments below. I mean, I got some top shelf whiskey here. It doesn't get much better than this, folks. This is where it's at. Summer school, alcohol, drink responsible, as always. Oh, excuse me. Man, that'll warm you up. Let me tell you, that'll warm you up. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell. And that about wraps it up, folks. I've had plenty. Hopefully you learned something from this. If you didn't, drink up. If you did, hey, cheers to you, if you know what I mean. But hey, have fun with it, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.
12 seconds later.
Wow, the lovely Kim isn't here. She would have loved this wine. Oh, let me tell you, this will take you to the promised land, as the lovely Kim would know. Stick to the program. Definitely will take you wherever you need to go. Man, that is some good wine. All I need to do is finish this bottle and finish this bottle and go to bed. How about that?